What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? Oh my gosh, it has been so long since I have been on social media pertaining to my finances. So, welcome back if you are new to my channel. I know I took a little bit of a hiatus for quite some time, but I am an influencer on social media. So, it's okay to take a break, but we are back. We are ready to get this debt tracker, and we are ready to get our expenses report and everything that we project for 2023 in effect. So if you are interested, please keep watching.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, you guys. So it is time to get this budget reset in place and in effect. So you're probably wondering, why am I starting in February with a budget reset? So many different influencers may have put up their information pertaining to their finances last month in January. Well, there's a couple of things that I needed to wait for to take care of, but they didn't fall into place until February. One of the main things is, what's my mortgage payment going to be? So I had to get an escrow assessment for my home to see what my projected escrow is going to be and my overall mortgage payment. So that actually comes every year in February. So now that I have it, I can proceed with my budget and debt reset. So this is going to be projection specifically for 2023. But first, let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Shall we? So, this is my debt tracker from last year in the month of June. For those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who are returning, I appreciate your viewership. Make sure that you are subscribed, because I am going to be consistent moving forward when it does pertain to my expenses, my debt, my budget, so on and so forth. But this is my debt as of June 2022 through December of 2022. So this is just a little recap of those expenses that I had. This is the one from last year. So these are all of my accounts that I paid off. I had a few credit cards, my mortgage. I have two vehicles. I have a Jaguar and a Honda. And then I have another credit card and a 401k loan that I'm able to borrow money from my actual 401k at my employer. So we're going to be updating to what is now this year. So I have a couple of things for my 2023 debt tracker. Let's go ahead and go over them line by line, shall we? Actually, I don't like this piece of paper. Let's get a prettier piece of paper, shall we? We'll get this piece to go over my debt. So, first up on my debt tracker is my Capital One credit card. Now, if you remember last year in 2022, I had this credit card as a settlement, okay? As a settlement. So for this card, some things happened when COVID happened in 2020. Initially, I wasn't able to pay that card. I decided to go ahead and let it charge off, and I just pay the balance that way, because they were continuing to give me interest on the card, make me pay monthly amounts on the card. Like, I was able to use it, although I wasn't. So I just decided, for me personally, that's just something that you're going to have to decide yourself. But for me, I decided to charge it off and have a balance. So this is officially what I owe this year for the remainder of that charge off. And my monthly payment is $70 a month. Next up is the actual credit card that is open. I personally like my credit cards to have small balances. I do not like high balance credit cards. That's just because I don't want to tempt myself in spending on some things right now while I am trying to get my debt tackled and lowered, okay? So my credit card has a limit of $300. That's the current balance on it, is $263.91. My monthly payment is $25. So I'm going to be paying that off when I do get my income tax return. Just go ahead and pay it off let it rest for a couple of months, let my credit build for a few months, and then after a while, I'll resume using it again. Next up is my house. So this by far is my biggest expense, period. So I am a homeowner as of 2019. So this year will be 4 years it being a homeowner. I'm super excited for it. But I have my escrow and my mortgage payment combined that I pay monthly. So I'm paying $1,424.08. I think I decided to round that up to $1,426. I don't know where I got that number from, but just rounding up instead of $1,425, which you'll see on my expenses sheet, which we're going to go over next. But this is how much I have to pay monthly for a combination of my escrow, my mortgage payment itself, and I do have homeowners insurance that I am paying. So that is a combination of those three things. Next is my Jaguar. So last year, as a little birthday present to myself, I got my dream car, which is a Jaguar E-Pace. So this is the balance on my E-Pace, $28,955.64. My monthly payment is $550. I will continue paying that for my vehicle. Now, this is my car payments. Since it's a luxury car, I got some really expensive warranties. So my windshield, I have a heated windshield. I have warranty on the interior of my car. I got warranty on the electronics of my car. It's basically a bumper-to-bumper warranty on everything. On everything. The only thing that it does not cover is my oil changes and my tire rotation. So if anything needs to get fixed or repaired, I can take it to my Sewell dealership that's here in the Dallas area. I prefer to get everything done personally myself, but I decided to up my warranty. So now it is $550 a month. And the reason for that is because if anything happens on that car, that is a luxury vehicle. So that's also something that you want to consider if you have a luxury car, to pay a lesser amount when you're trying to get those upgrades and updates for the car. And also it's a foreign car, so parts are not readily available thanks to COVID. Next up is my Lane Bryant credit card, which has a balance of $194.03. The monthly payment for this is $25. I also will be paying this off along with my Capital One credit card when I do finally get my income tax return. Next is my 401k loan that I have from my job. So last year, because of Christmas and everything going on for the holidays, I was able to get a 401k loan through my employer. Now, there's a difference between taking money out of your 401k where it does go on your taxes, but this is just a loan to borrow against the money that you've already built up, and I just return it with each pay period. So it doesn't affect me at all when it comes to the IRS. It doesn't affect my credit. It doesn't affect anything. As long as I'm employed with my employer, I will be paying this off. And it's $38.66 per pay period. So I'll be paying this off next year. Now you're probably wondering, why is it $1,238.80? It was $1,200, but with that interest, it's $1,238.80. I don't remember the exact percentage of interest, but that's what it is. And they take $38.66 out per pay period so that it'll be paid off by next year. Next up is Affirm. So I am a believer in using monthly subscription services. So with Affirm, you can buy anything that you want off the internet and you can pay it back in monthly installments. That's what I meant, instead of monthly subscription. So you can pay it back in monthly installment payments. So I picked up a few things during the holidays. I got my daughter some sneakers off of Affirm. Please excuse the car that just passed by, completely unexpected. But I got my daughter some sneakers for the holidays on the Affirm app. I also was able to get a couple of things from Polo Ralph Lauren and some other items. But this is my balance that I have left, which is $310.29. I actually don't plan on paying this off with my income tax return, but one of my additional sources of income that I have on top of my full-time job is the Bigo app. So the next payout that I get at the beginning of March, I plan on paying off this Affirm balance. I'm not going to use my income tax return. My income tax return is specifically for home repairs and debt when it pertains to my credit cards. This is just a one-off, so I don't plan on using that with my income tax return. And as you can see, that is all the debt that I have. So from last year, all of my student loans were paid off, right? I had a credit card that was paid off, another credit card that was paid off. So a lot of these items, like Affirm is going to be paid off. Cap One's going to be paid off. I'm ultimately trying to get down to the only debt that I have to pay off at all is my home and my Jaguar. That is it. That is the only debt that I want to have. And I am this close to being debt free, and I am super duper excited about it. Now, let's go ahead and calculate to see how much total debt this is going to be. Had to grab my calculator. So let's go ahead and calculate this, all right? So my cap one is $2,879.70 plus $263.91 plus $162.97.9 plus 28,955.64 plus 194.03 plus 1238.8 plus 310.29. So I have a total of $194,140.27 in total debt. Now, it's slightly less than what I had last year. So a win is a win, honey. A win is a win. I had $196,957.47 last year in total debt. And starting off 2023, I have $194,140.27 in starting debt. Now, this was for 6 months. So to be able to pay down almost $3,000 in debt in 6 months, it's pretty good. I'll take it. Again, a win is a win. So let's go ahead and write that number down. Oops, let's get an actual marker. I just pulled the same pen. Oh my gosh. Okay. So my total debt is $194,140.27. All right. So we're going to keep this and we're going to do an updated expenses report in 6 months. So let's go ahead and set this to the side. And next, we're going to go over our projected expenses for 2023. This is just basic expenses. Okay, we are back. I'm sorry about that. I had a nail issue. So for those of y'all that don't know, I'm trying to save money. So I'm using press-on nails, which I got these off of Amazon. They are doing the job and doing what needs to be done when it pertains to these social media videos that I'm trying to make. Excuse me, I can't speak right. But they save me so much money by getting these press-on nails just for the aesthetic. So I'm going to take some time to do a video on how I either get my nails from Amazon, or I might take y'all on the next trip when I go to the beauty supply to get some nails. But moving along, my projected expenses for 2023. And these are just my monthly basic expenses that I plan on paying every single month, okay? So my mortgage, as I told you guys, I don't know why I rounded up to $1,426 is what I'm going to be paying per month in my mortgage. And that's going to consist of my mortgage payments, my homeowner's insurance, and my escrow is what I'm going to be paying. In combination, that's $1,426 per month. I do not choose to pay escrow annually at the beginning of the year. I just bundle it all up and just pay it once a month and let that be that. So annually, what I plan on spending is $17,112 on my mortgage. I probably just rounded that up just because instead of $1,424, it's just going to be $1,426. Okay. Next up is my Jaguar. So $550 per month, and that's going to be $6,600 annually. My cell phone is a little bit different from my daughter's cell phone. Reason being is because my daughter's in middle school. She needs a basic cell phone. She really doesn't use her cell phone other than to text or to make phone calls. Occasionally, they might play Kahoot or something like that at school. But other than that, she really doesn't need her cell phone for anything. We have a tablet at home. We have a computer at home. She can use those items for that. But the cell phone, no. $45 prepaid phone does what it needs to do. All right, next is my cell phone, $160 per month. The reason why my cell phone is this much versus my daughter's cell phone is because I use my cell phone for content. All of my content, even this video, all of my content is being completed by this cell phone. I do not have a camera. I do not have other products. I may consider it in the future, but as for right now, the phone is doing what it needs to do. So shout out to iPhone for doing what needs to be done. It's the phone for me, okay? But my cell phone is $160 per month, $1,920 annually. My daughter's is $45 per month, $540 annually. Next up is my internet. So I have AT&T for my internet. For those of you that don't know, I'm working from home. We're coming up now officially on my 3rd year of working from home. So I have to have internet service specifically for that. If nothing else, I have to have internet service so that I'm able to work from home. And it's $61 per month. It was $70 per month, but I do get a slight savings because I do work from home. Thanks to AT&T, it is $732 annually. Next up is my gas bill. So it ranges. What you'll see between my gas and Zoom is they're the same. So in the summertime, my gas bill is low, but my electric bill is high. In the wintertime, my gas bill is high, but my electric bill is low. So on average, it ranges between $45 and $150. So for a total of the year, it's going to be between $540 and $90. And the same for my electric bill, which is with Zoom Energy. Next up is my groceries. I do my groceries per bi-weekly. Every time I get paid, I buy groceries. So it averages about $150 every 2 weeks. So $300 per month. In my household, it's just myself, my daughter, nobody else. It's just us two. I might have my nieces or my nephews on a weekend, probably like once every 2 months. But other than that, on average, it's just myself and my daughter. So I plan on spending $3,600 annually on groceries. Gas, as I told you guys, I work from home. I don't go anywhere. The most I might go is about 3 miles up the road to take my daughter to school. Other than that, I am not a traveler when it comes to my cars. I just don't. So $180 per month on gas and about $2,160 annually. And that's between 2 vehicles. As I told you, I have a Jaguar and I have a Honda Accord. So I have 2 cars, and that's about how much I plan on spending on gas. Now, car maintenance, it's not really monthly. That's why I don't have anything filled in this area, but it is annually. So I'm going to have about 2 oil changes per year because, again, I work from home, don't really go anywhere. Take my daughter to school, maybe the grocery store, see my siblings, but everyone lives close by. So it's going to be about $170 for 2 oil changes for the year for my Jaguar, $130 for 2 oil changes for my Honda, and then my registration, I just have to get my registration and inspection done one time. That's going to be about $170 for both of those. And then maybe brakes, $200 possibly, it depends. So it's going to total between about $670 and $700 annually for all of those things to get done with car maintenance. Now, I did not include car washes. I don't even know how much I wash my car because I have not tracked that. But that's definitely going to go into car maintenance. One thing that I'm going to do is offset that by getting a monthly subscription to my local car wash, which is about $15 a month to get as many oil changes as you want for the month. So I'm probably going to add that into my subscriptions. Now, next up is going to be my daughter's school, okay? So my daughter goes to a prep school on average because she only goes to school 8 months out of the year, considering Thanksgiving, considering Christmas break, considering spring break, so on and so forth. That's why I said 8 months out of the year with all of those holidays in combination. So it's going to cost me on average $800 for the school that she currently attends for her to continue going. Because those prep school dues, I can handle them. Have y'all heard of like Montessori schools and private schools where it's like $3,000 a semester? Yeah, no, not paying that. Definitely not paying that. But I will pay my little $100 a month for her to have the necessities that she needs. All right. Now, next up is my Capital One credit card, which is $50 per month that I plan on paying. Because if you look at this, I know that the minimum payment is $25 a month. Because they're going to add fees, so on and so forth, I'm just going to decide to pay $50 a month if I have to. And that's just until I get my income tax return back. That's what I want to pay. When I get my taxes back, I'm going to pay the remaining balance off. All right, my Lane Bryant credit card is $25 per month. $25 per month. It's the same thing. Once I get my income tax return, I plan on paying that bad boy off. So $600 annually for Capital One if I were to pay it off annually, because just because I'm paying it off for now doesn't mean I'm not going to use it in the future. So you never know what might come up, what expenses might, be foreseen in the future. I'm going to have to take care of that. Also, with my Lane Bryant credit card, the main reason why I got my Lane Bryant credit card is because of undergarments. I'm a woman. I'm going to have bras. I'm going to have panties. I'm going to have pajamas, so on and so forth. Those are necessities. Bras, panties, pajamas are necessities. They are necessities. So that's why I have a Lane Bryant credit card. And I recommend that to any woman who's considering getting a credit card along those lines. That would be absolutely perfect for you to have as a lineup. Now, for the last item that is on my sheet, I wanted to fill this in. I didn't. So the last item that I'm going to have is my subscriptions. So this is page 2, okay? At the top, I'm going to put monthly and annually. Let me go ahead and do that. Monthly. My marker is running out. Oh my gosh. Annually. I think I had just enough for this. I don't know if y'all can read that, but that's what it says, monthly and annually. Now, the subscriptions that I have Netflix, I have Amazon Plus, and that comes with Prime. I also have Disney Plus. I have Hulu. I have Apple Music. I have storage that I have to pay every month. I told you guys that I'm also going to have to pay for a car wash monthly subscriptions. That's why I wanted to file it under this. And all of those subscriptions total to $85 per month. Now, the benefit of that, and my Ring doorbell is also included in that. So that's $85 per month, right? If we are times that by annually for 12 months, that's going to total to $1,020 annually. So, and that's just for subscriptions. Now, the benefit of that, because I know y'all are probably like, subscriptions is the same as cable. Subscriptions are in a plethora of, it's a variety, right? They're not just for TV. My Ring doorbell has nothing to do with my television. And it's only $4 per month. So that's a benefit that I have that's outside of cable. Getting my car wash monthly, unlimited amount of time, $15 per month, that's outside of cable television. Also, my Apple Music that I have when I want to listen to music anytime that I want. I love listening to music while I'm working. That is a benefit as well. So that's a part of that $85 per month. So I recommend that to anybody who's considering switching from cable, because cable by itself can be a headache. And the fact that I spend the majority of my time working from home, and out of this, I spend significantly cheaper on just Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, and Disney Plus. So if you don't have to have cable subscriptions, I personally don't recommend them because they don't work for me. If they work for you, by all means, go right ahead and get it. I don't have like OWN, I don't have HBO Max, I don't have BET, I don't have any of those. Just basic access, right? And there's a lot of television that you can watch for free these days. Like if I want sports games, so on and so forth, there's a link where you can watch games for free. So these are just the subscriptions that I choose for my home to pay for. All right. Now that's going to conclude my expenses. So you can see all of my expenses that I have right here. And let's go ahead and calculate this up as well. So since we already got the 1,020 up for my subscriptions, let's go ahead and add that mortgage in plus 660 plus 1920 plus 540 plus 732 plus, I'm going to put 900 for both of these. So my total in expenses for the year is $37,884 are my total expenses for 2023. So let's go ahead and write that down. All right, so that's my total expenses. Now, the beauty of it is some of these expenses are going to go towards what's on my debt tracker. So I'm really looking forward to bringing some of these balances down, such as my mortgage, my Jaguar, these credit card payments, so on and so forth. I am really looking forward to bringing that down. But that is going to conclude today's video. I don't want to keep you all too long. There's going to be a part 2 for my February expenses that I have, but that's all I wanted to cover with you today. By the way, if you see my gorgeous pink peonies that are right here, I got them from a local flower shop here in the Dallas area called the Peonies Shop, so make sure that you check them out. I will link them below. Now, if you have made it with me this far for my 2023 debt and expenses reset, I want to say personally thank you. Make sure before you leave that you click that subscribe button so that you can tune in with me every single week. I'm going to be posting content here on YouTube so that I can check in with you guys beginning this month in February. I just need a little break first, but I appreciate you all so very much for tuning in with me today. Make sure that you are staying safe. It's February, so it's a little bit cold. Make sure you bundle up, and I will check you out soon, okay? Thank you so much. Love you. Bye.